what's happening. So do you think things like integrating climate related courses into school, regardless of how bad they are, would be education reform?
Partly, yes, but I also think like changing who is writing the curriculum and making sure it's not all rich white people. And like for us in Canada personally, like our history curriculum is like abominable. It's terrible, in my opinion. Like it's a colonized history that we're learning without really understanding what that means and the implications of it. So like we're celebrating the wrong things. Like how are we celebrating the desecration of an entire society that we came here and we were like, that doesn't exist. Like when you go for a walk in the forest here, there's these little, I love to like look at the little, not monuments, but they put like signboards and message boards of like, here is a house in the 1820s that was owned by this white man and this Irish person who came and settled the land and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, I was going to say something bad, but like, and what about the people before? Like, it's as if we've literally like taken all of Canada and been like, it only started when these rich white people came here, or poor white people in the case of actual truth, when these poor white people came here. And like everything that was before, we're not going to acknowledge it. And it's like those subtle things, once you start to realize like, oh, wow. Like we've literally taken something and reframed it in our minds to make it seem a way that it isn't, so that the problems that we still see now can carry on because no one sees them as problems. Like, it's just fascinating. So I think it starts with, definitely like adding some climate education and like some realistic climate education. That's not like the fact that in America or North America, the climate change isn't even like widely acknowledged as being a real thing. I'm like, that's just
so weird.
Like,
how?
I just don't understand. Like, that's like someone telling you DNA isn't real.
Exactly.
Okay, if you choose not to believe in it, sure, but like it's something that scientists studied and like it's a theory that we've all agreed works for, a lot of things. It's just so fascinating to me. So definitely like increasing climate education in like a realistic sense, and educating around like the impacts that it's having, not just here but abroad as well, and sort of like the human impact. Here when we talk about environment and climate change, people are always picturing polar bears drowning, especially here because we have like the Arctic right above us. And like that's the messaging that gets spread. It's that the ice is melting, the polar bears are drowning, we got to save the polar bears. And I'm like, this is way bigger and way more impactful because there's a human impact that we haven't like drawn the connection to, and you don't learn that in school. Like you don't learn about, I don't know, the human impact of like increased flooding and like what it means for the climate to actually warm, and what it means for tick season to increase, and what it means for like just so many things. So it's education.
And also changing that.